Hello, everyone. On today's IRS Tax Refund update, we'll take a look at the latest numbers released by the IRS on the current tax return backlog, as well as taking a look at the next batch of tax refunds scheduled for release this week. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at recently reported problems by our viewers who are encountering error code 8028 when logging into their IRS account, as well as an update for those filing for an ITIN number. And with the next tax season less than 60 days away, the IRS has already begun warning of refund delays for next year. Now, starting off with the latest update of the current IRS tax return backlog, with the total of unprocessed tax returns now at 3.2 million, which is a decrease of 200,000 returns from last week and a decrease of 1 million returns from week ending November 4th. Once again, we saw no decrease of those e-file returns and those requiring special processing, but it was paper returns that saw a weekly decrease, now at 1.5 million remaining. Meanwhile, for those of you waiting on amended returns, after no reduction to the amended return backlog last week, we finally saw an update from the IRS processing another 100,000 amended returns, dropping the total unprocessed amount down to 800,000. Now, for reference, back on November 4th, that number was at 1 million. So clearly they are being processed, but at a much slower rate than regular paper returns. Now, if you're one of those still waiting on your refunds due to the IRS still needing to process your employer's taxes, in order to match against yours, we've been seeing significant progress of unprocessed employer quarterly returns, which is now down to 1.7 million. Now, less than a month ago, that number was actually at 3.2 million. For reference, there are also 303,000 unprocessed amended employer returns as well. One indication if you're part of this impacted group is if you received a 60-day notice from the IRS explaining that the IRS was waiting on your tax information to be available in their computer system. Now, that has been a consistent problem all year long and will in fact carry over into the new year. Moving on to the next round of tax refunds scheduled for release this week, starting off with direct deposit refunds, which will be transmitted and released by the IRS on Wednesday, December 7th, with the next round of paper checks being released 2 days later on Friday, December 9th. As a reminder, those refund status results on the IRS website may not have the most up-to-date information, so do check those tax transcripts to verify if you're part of the latest refund batch. Increased reports from our viewers who are encountering the error code 8028 message as seen here when attempting to log into their irs.gov account. Now, the IRS has not publicly addressed the issue as of this recording, but it does appear to be widespread and not a handful case of isolated instances. One common factor we have seen that this is especially impacting those who have recently verified their identity with the IRS within the last month or two. For the viewers who managed to reach the IRS, they did report back they were unable to get assistance from phone representatives in resolving this, as the phone rep stated they saw nothing wrong on their end, but in several cases the problem corrected itself between a few days to several weeks after the initial encounter of this message. Also keep in mind we've been seeing technical issues with the IRS website all year long, and this is one of many. Finally, for those of you who applied for an ITIN number and are waiting on the IRS to issue yours, the IRS has completed ITIN applications through the month of August and are now beginning processing September 2022 requests at this time. With the next tax season less than 2 months away, the IRS has already begun issuing warnings to tax filers not to expect their refunds by a certain date, and that the extra measures they have in place, including addressing identity theft, may result in longer processing times. So taxpayers should be prepared to go through ID verification, even some of you who have completed it this year. At this time, it remains to be seen how extensive the delays will be next year compared to this year. One major cause of the delay, those advanced child tax credit payments, won't be an issue next year as none were issued for tax year 2022, which may help, but still there are a lot of pending issues, including technology and staffing shortages, which are going to lead to further delays. Let us know in the comments section about your ongoing tax issue. And again, thank you to everyone who has posted in the comments sections. We've been reading all of the comments and have been doing our best to respond in a timely manner. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.